man.
All right, guys.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of 312 Unscripted. I am one half of your host, Karl, and with me I got Chris D. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
We got Mark Solano,
The one and only.
MkSol as always, and we got our guest today, Edgar Fernandez. Edgar, introduce yourself, my man.
What's up, everyone? This is Edgar Fernandez.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be on this show because I am the number one fan of the 312 Unscripted. It's an honor, guys.
Thanks for coming,
Dude,
man.
yeah, thanks for
AP
being
representing.
being
all
here.
day, Albany Park.
Yes, AP, dude.
Let's do this.
That's it, dude.
You guys are making history for AP. I'm going to be
crew.
the first one to say it right here.
Dude.
These gentlemen are making history.
Crew, dude.
Let me give them their flowers while they're here
Hibbert
right now.
How do you feel about
La Michoacana.
There you go.
La Michoacana? If everybody
Dude,
knows out there, La Michoacana, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So, Edgar, what do you think of this podcast, man? You've been watching us or what?
Oh, man, I'll be honest with you guys. I think it is revolutionary for Albany Park. I'm going to say it right now. Just a bunch of Albany Park kids right here making history. Also, okay, like real talk, this is what I did want to... I had this in mind driving here. It's like really rare to gather people and have a conversation.
Okay.
And I think that is a lost art form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That it happens at like big scales, like, you know, podcast is the almost like the one way to get people together, like have a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like a lost art form that you guys are like definitely encouraging.
What kind of podcast
it,
do you
dude.
watch, dude? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh man, I kind of like a little bit of everything. I have some comedy ones I really enjoy. The Ari Shaffir. Actually, did he pass away?
Oh,
Ari Shaffir.
I don't know.
Did you guys ever hear about that? No, I think he did, but I'm not sure.
Who is he?
The Tinfoil Podcast.
Oh.
He did a lot with Joe Rogan.
Yes.
I think I saw something
He's the
like
one
that.
that always had those trippy stories?
Yeah. I think I want to say something like that.
He did like he had some
Did you-
like comedy central special where he would like tell his stories in like an animated
Yes,
style.
yes, yes,
Somebody told me
yes,
about
yes.
that. It was
Wow.
a story about him being in Thailand on a boat and
Where'd you read
popping some
that?
drugs and
I think
shit.
I saw it scrolling, but I don't. Again, nobody quote me on this. If it is the case, maybe we can have one of our.
Right here.
There you go, boom shakalaka. But
Check it out.
if not, but I like to hear a lot of those podcasts, like podcasts that are like kind of like a little off the beat. They don't talk about really any kind of like 312 Unscripted. Plug.
Unscripted.
But what else I like? I like Comedy Bang Bang's a good one for the comedy side. Conan O'Brien.
Oh
has
yeah,
it-
that one's dope.
The Needs a Friend.
Yeah, that one's dope.
Really good.
I don't even know how his assistant got on the show, but she's actually pretty good on there.
Oh,
Really
cool.
good. Really good.
Nice.
But then aside from that, I like the Duncan Trussell Family Hour, the Joe Rogan, obviously.
Yeah, I don't like to hear Joe Rogan
Ty
because
Peterson is really good. The guy who started the On It brand, that guy, what's his name? I forgot. But
what's his about?
His is about honestly everything, but it's definitely more in the like,
Give time.
more on like, I guess you could say like the psychedelics, the
Oh.
spirituality,
Cool.
the concepts of like other dimensions, aliens. Like it delves into a lot of that, and then also health because he owns On It, which is like the brain fuel company.
Yeah.
They're like a supplement company. But
Yeah, go ahead.
did he die?
What's his name?
Ari Shaffir,
How do you spell that?
ARISH. Unless it was like
There
a
you go.
meme.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
We're about to all.
We're about to find
reveal.
Oh, it
out.
looks like he's still alive, dude.
Oh, then it was a meme. Sorry, everyone.
See,
See, social media nowadays,
Fake
guys.
news.
Let's talk
yeah,
about
Wikipedia
that.
still says he's alive, dude.
Let's talk about that. Social media programming us.
Speaking of which, this guy does like all these fucking drugs, dude.
Yes, he does a lot of mind-altering substances, definitely.
Speaking of which, you're a fan of those, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely am.
You dip into that, right?
I would say I definitely have dipped my feet into that world.
You advocate for it too at times, no?
I advocate for people to do the things that make them understand themselves and God and this experience further. So whatever that is, whether it's an hour of yoga on the yoga mat, whether it's going to church and like praying to God and having like a practice with that, or whether it's eating some mushrooms and having a deeper connection that way. So yes, I'm an advocate, but I think it's more an advocate of anything that's going to help you
better yourself.
better
Find
yourself,
yourself,
deep,
right?
find yourself.
Yeah,
If
find
you
yourself.
could
We're
say
all on a
find
journey.
yourself.
In a spiritual sense.
Yeah. So whatever that may be.
How do you,
know what
find
I mean?
yourself outside spiritually? That's my question.
I don't know, dude. I've never even thought of myself in a spiritual sense.
Because it's interesting to me that you say in a spiritual sense when we are talking about finding yourself. So what is finding yourself that is not spiritual in your book?
What does that mean?
I think it always leads to spiritual.
Right, that's what I was alluding to, but like I wanted to
Yeah.
hear your take on it because
Yeah, that's
you-
a deep sense that I don't really dive into.
Okay,
So, like, what do
okay.
you?
Sure.
And honestly,
Okay.
Chris, I didn't either. Like it wasn't me that I was like, hey, let me now start. It was me starting with like, oh, let me eat these mushrooms to hang out with everyone and go on a fucking train ride and trip out with my friends and laugh. But then as I got older,
It changed. Yeah.
and you start honestly like reflecting on life and your relationships and yourself and what truly makes you happy and what do you want to be known for and what do you want to do on this earth and
Your purpose.
and that's when it became like, okay, these aren't just party or just take them to have fun. Like there's a lot of purpose
There's
for
more
them.
to
There's
it.
a lot of
Yeah,
purpose
I feel
for
that.
it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a fast track where you could get there if you prayed or meditated.
in another,
You know what I mean? Like,
in
you
another
could-
form.
You can get there in other ways, but for the most part,
Every journey is unique in itself.
that's just a
There
fast
you
track.
go.
It's just a fast track. But I'll say this, Chris. Why haven't you ever thought of this stuff?
I've heard. Mark's already told me about the spiritual mind altering bufu, right?
Sacred medicine.
Psychomedicine.
Sacred
Sacred.
medicine.
He's
Yeah.
like psycho medicine.
I mean, if
boy.
you think about it, it's psychedelic, right?
Yeah,
Psychedelic, yeah.
Bufo
It's not
alvarius. No,
Bufu's the place
was
you
a
go
brand.
to that's like far away.
It was a brand too.
Bufu was the fake Fubu. I swear to God, like some people had Bufu and then some people had Fubu.
Yeah.
Fubu was more expensive. But.
Yeah. And then it's also what?
A place that you go to far away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's in
Bufu land. Yeah,
I learned that the hard way because
Yeah.
somebody was
I was-
being. I was being serious. You know, somebody was being sarcastic with me. They're just like, "Hey, do you want to go somewhere?" And just like, "Yeah, it's out in Bufu." I'm just like, "Wait, where's Bufu at?"
Bufu is short for butt fuck.
Is it really? Oh, well, there you go.
I know that, man.
Heard.
Plus, hey, just word learned. So, how did you guys get into the whole psychedelic experience? If you don't mind.
Yeah, no, dude. I laugh.
I mean, if it's okay to ask.
I laugh about
Sure,
because
sure.
I think it's a cool story, and honestly, like it's connected our friendships on another like dimension, another reality of understanding each other.
Explain
You know what
that
I
to
mean?
me, because I don't understand that.
You
Because
gotta break him outside of his earthly.
Yeah,
realm.
no, this is great. This is, I think, the best part
Okay,
about these
so
podcasts.
from my understanding, the whole was it bufo?
yeah, Bufo.
The
Morris.
bufo,
Good.
the bufo comes from a frog, right?
Yes,
It's Soranao, Sorano?
Sonora. There's a Sonora desert
frog,
toad.
but it's
Sonora
also
desert.
called the Colorado frog or something like that.
I think I've heard of something like that, but I know it as the Sonora desert toad. I know it as Bufo alvarius as like the scientific term for the frog itself. In the communities, they call it Bufo, and then the chemical breakdown is 5-MeO DMT.
Okay, so it's an actual drug.
I mean, again, drug. If you want to call it that to like for you to understand it, then yes, we can call it a drug. But
What's DMT?
I'd consider it more as
It's a very harsh term,
it's more.
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And
Well, I
it
mean-
depends
Well,
what you
DMT
consider
is
a
also
drug. Do you
some other
consider
stuff, right?
Tylenol a drug?
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you
But
can
I'm saying
call it that.
DMT is another. There's more DMTs than just that one, right?
So 5-MeO DMT versus regular DMT is the way
The tilt.
it's basically a combustion that happens, right? There is DMT in literally in our sleep, in our dreams. When we breathe, our lungs create DMT. When you die, DMT is released. Like there's a lot of studies that are also proving that stuff. DMT is in trees. There's plants. So DMT is a chemical compound. And then when somebody ingests DMT, there's a reaction that happens from it.
Okay.
And so there's, I guess you could say there's like two, and there might be things that honestly don't quote me on everything, but I will say that a lot of this is out there as well. Then it's pretty aligned, but there might be a couple things that, as a disclaimer, not an expert.
Right.
But what I do know is that 5-MeO DMT happens when it combusts itself,
Okay.
and it reacts with you smoking it.
Right. And this is
Right.
everything you learned during your experience.
This is everything I've learned. Just as I would say, I'm like a retired psychonaut, meaning like I love understanding the concept of all of these mind-altering substances to the point of like understanding how they work on a scientific level and trying to understand that, and then also like the spiritual, the experience itself. So all of this information is coming from like post and pre, and then the past 5 years, like diving deep, we created a bit of a community so far with it.
And also, he did research before doing it.
Yeah,
just need to
You
go
research
into it.
too, so
No,
it's okay.
I did not know
You
anything.
just
So
crazy.
he
You
did-
just
he
you
did
just
Mark-
dived
yeah,
in.
Mark's
Dove
story
in.
is like completely different.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you
so-
guys
Mark's
licking?
story's
Let me
completely
lick that
different.
too.
It
Smart.
wasn't like that.
Mark came from
Oh,
like the
dude.
drive-through McDonald's. He's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing back here?" All right.
That's it. Damn.
Nah.
I felt a
I'm
good.
kidding.
I felt I was supposed to be there, and so, yeah. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. But I'll rewind.
I just wanted to add that Ed had research before diving into any experimenting.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what I'll say, Chris, is the biggest difference from this and like I don't know, like a recreational drug.
Right, right.
Right? This, you're not just doing it because you want to just like. Some people might, but the majority of people are doing it for
Enlightenment.
a really hard reason, whether it's a disease, whether it's a trauma, whether it's wanting to change the way you've been, whether it's maybe you're, I don't know, like at home and you're just like living your life so recklessly. You're like fully unconscious of your actions. You don't care about yourself. You don't love yourself. Those are big reasons for why you would want to go there
All right, right.
and have that experience. So like a lot of this comes from a place of preparation too. Like you go into it like with a mindset where you are almost, there's a lot of people who go there as like their last like hope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I hear a lot of stories of people who are like they were gonna kill themselves or addicted to heroin or doing some crazy fucking shit, and they were at their last wits. And it's honestly, this is how I know God is so strong, because a lot of this doesn't come out with like, oh, now I want to do it, let me Google. It's a lot of it will find you. Like a lot of these experiences will like come to your life. You'll meet the right people. You'll have the right connections to be able to have a safe environment or a safe journey with that stuff. So that's why it's super synchronistic. That's why at the moment you're like, I want to do something about this, or I want to feel better, or I'm at the point where I want a deeper understanding, or I want to move past what I'm doing, or maybe somebody passed away. That's another big one. People are like, I have a lot like close friends that are
Grieving. They're grieving.
Yeah,
Grieving.
Yeah.
mechanism.
And instead of going and doing your usual, what we've
Getting
been
drunk
taught, getting
or shit.
drunk, getting fucked up, furthering
Right.
it, some people take a drastic measure and do these experiences that honestly, we could talk about the experience itself, but it's not the easiest thing to do. Like, it's not just like, I get like my heart beats just thinking about like talking about it, because it is a very like
Sacred thing.
sacred
Totally.
and life-changing experience. Like in short, like to not take away the magic, you're sort of unplugging from this reality
Right.
as a human being, and you are allowing your soul to like fly and visit God and have these messages of understanding of your true nature.
So from what you're saying, I've heard a lot of people tell me that there's a lot of preparation going into it. So my question is that when you're preparing to do that kind of stuff, you have to be in the right mental state, just like shrooms, no?
Yeah, I would say set and setting is
But
like
then
the,
how does that work when you're grieving? How does that work when you're at the bottom of the barrel? You know,
I think all the logical stuff is just out the window.
yes.
You know, like
Exactly.
What
It's
you mean?
it's almost easier if you think about it, because you're at the point of grieving. You're kind of like, I don't care.
but aren't you gonna
I'm-
see crazy stuff like, yo, man?
Every experience is
I'm gonna
different.
I'm gonna
Everyone's journey is different. Every experience is different. So
Yeah.
I can't say what is gonna happen to you. It's different. For
It's
me.
like saying, hey, man,
it's-
I'm worried I might see my grandma, dude. You know, like, oh.
But maybe you need
ghost-
to- but
if
maybe
you
ghost
have
style.
to see her, then yeah, that might be it.
But
Like,
maybe you need to see her. And while it might be tough. That's the thing. A lot of this stuff is
So you, wait,
spiritual warriors.
yeah,
Like you got to be in a spiritual warrior mindset.
strong.
For sure.
So what you call it, Mike? Hey, so what you call it?
Eczema, dog. Eczema.
Hey, so what you call it when So these spiritual, like, let's say, have you? I mean, I'm not gonna. Okay, you know what? If you were to see something spiritual like that, like a freaking like would you say a ghost? What'd you call it? Like a representation of your grandma? Is it something that you create in your head, or is it actually your like? You don't understand or not,
that's I understand, but it comes to the person's definition of what is reality, what is not. What are you trying to separate from this earthly experience? And what are your expectations afterwards? I view this conversation as the middle ground, the corpus callosum, like what connects both worlds. Corpus callosum connects both hemispheres. This is, I would say, connecting.
Can you tell people what corpus callosum is?
It was just a metaphor. Corpus callosum is the middle portion of your brain that connects left and right hemispheres.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that this metaphor it's kind of just like, the physical life kind of bridging over to the spiritual life and vice versa, because I mean it all depends on your beliefs too, but I think like we're kind of like steering more towards of like all of us within this conversation. I'm not addressing our beliefs, but within this conversation we are addressing that there is a spiritual realm.
Oh yeah, I mean there is that saying that only 35% of the brain is actually mapped, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
stuff.
there's something like that, Chris. I've heard something.
Yeah.
That you're not using your full capacity of your brain.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a great way to put it though, Carl. Like I love what you said about it. This conversation is the merger of it. But Chris, to your point, when
10%.
I was going to say
10% of the brain is used.
That.
Yeah,
10%.
Yeah.
10% of the brain is used.
That is
insane.
Strikingly low percentage.
Yeah.
Yep. Only 10% of the brain is used. So you can imagine what the rest of it is. So it could be like spiritual, it could be whatever,
But we don't know. I'll say this, and that's a great kind of like lead into what you were talking about in terms of like, is this really here or is it not? Like, am I seeing it or am I making it up? I believe that when you enter these states, you unlock pieces of your brain that allow you to really see those things that are actually happening. Like, straight up, like there are, and when people say like other universes, I don't truly believe. I believe that there are other physical universes, but I believe there's also universes in your mind, like actual places you can access and go to. And a small example is when you go to pray.
Right.
Like when you go to pray, you leave this universe and you enter a place that you have that
you
solitude
set your mind to leave this
and
universe.
that conversation. Yeah, and so you could almost say any of these, they're called entheogens. That's like the term for, if you wanted to use like the scientific like drug term, it's actually called entheogens. LSD, mushrooms, peyote, bufo, all that stuff.
I mean, that was great because I'm kind of like being educated right now too, as a listener and practitioner. Actually, not practitioner.
You never even done that.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm practicing. I'm
spectator.
Spectator in the conversation.
Honestly,
I don't practice.
If you smoked weed, that's a form of, because if you think about it, who you are now is a little bit of an influence of you breaking the normal and smoking weed and getting out of your head a little bit and starting to like maybe funkier art or listening to certain music because it got increased. So there's levels to freeing yourself from.
How did you find out about this bufo?
I found out. So there's
wait, you introduced Mark, right?
Yeah, I will say, like, I guess to tell the history behind how it all, because you probably know, Chris, or seen.
Nah.
It's in terms of social media, how it's like everyone is kind of at least trying to be part of that little community that's being built out, right? Like people are trying to support it, or you see more of the art, or it's more like in the circle of friends. At least you've seen it or heard about it a couple more times than you did in the past.
Okay.
True or not?
Yeah. I mean, it gets socialized.
Okay.
It gets like advertised,
publicized.
But even in this like Albany Park universe, it like over the past 5 years became a thing.
So you're saying that what drew you in was people at the park?
No,
in the forest. Because I mean, when I see that stuff, I see people like in the forest.
No.
Like in a community with like like the stuff with people like shamans, like get
hey, they're
music.
at Cicerone Foster just fucking sacrificing chickens.
Yes,
that's exactly
right.
But
I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
So what I'm trying to say is that the wave has become like a lot more apparent, and it's closer to our communities. You have Mark who's doing it. You have me who's done it. You have other people that you know of that have also partaken in the ceremony as well. And so that wave sort of like spilled out from meeting a shaman named Fernando. Shout out Fernando. Shout out Pachamama. He's got a museum. He's got Darshana Sanctuary out in Mexico as well. And so he was I guess you could say, the person that we met that like really introduced a lot of it and was able to come back to Chicago, connected
reoccurringly.
Connected really deeply with 50, which if you guys know 50.
Shout out 50.
What's good,
Light,
50?
Shout out 50.
What's good, dude?
And they've been really being able to bring that to Chicago over the past like 5 years. But what like started the whole thing was I saw an artist named Chris Dyer. I'm not sure if anyone knows Chris Dyer.
I know Wayne Dyer. I don't know
great
Chris
art.
Dyer.
So he's a really good visionary
his,
artist. He's from Peru. He was a Peru Canadian kind of, and now he's living in Florida. But amazing visionary artist. Like if you see his art, it's like really incredible. And I saw that he had a ceremony on Instagram with the Fernando, our friend now, right? And he had a ceremony, and after that, I had already in my mind been wanting to, and to see, that's why it's important to maybe tell the really back story about how it even all came. Because you don't just start saying like I want to smoke toad venom.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. It starts like years out.
Well,
my mind was,
maybe for some people,
Right, that's what I was thinking.
maybe for some, yes. But the majority usually like
because I know
have had a leading up to it.
There's a few people at the poker table that's interested. They got my number because.
Well, hit up 50, hit up Fernando.
But I'm just saying the origin could
Get that money going, man.
Could
Get money
could look different. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay, but I saw that video. I was already in the mindset of like
The video was a ceremony.
the video was a ceremony.
Okay.
I had already been in the mindset of like, oh man, I want to try to understand what those realities have. Like, what are in those experiences? Like, what can I get out of it? So my mindset was like, I want to do ayahuasca one day. Like, I want to.
Wait, what's ayahuasca?
Go
ahead.
Oh, so the difference between bufo and ayahuasca?
It's different in the sense of so the compound DMT is in both still, but you ingest this one, so it's not like the 5-MeO where you you smoke it. You drink this one.
Okay.
And it is a root from the Amazon, the jungle, and it's basically a combination of this one root called the copy vine. And a bunch of other herbs it's all from nature too. Like all this stuff, like the people who prepare it will go out into the jungle and like grab all this stuff and like brew it together in a drink. And
so
make,
this
like,
is nature's concoction. No synthetic,
it's just like straight
no
from
lab.
God. No, this is like this has also been in their culture for
probably
like
some Mayan shit.
thousands of years. Yeah,
it's
like
probably some Mayan shit. But if it's in Peru, that's Mayan, no? Or what is? No, that's
Inca.
Yeah.
And so that's where my mindset was. Like, I want to try ayahuasca one day. But after seeing that video, I was like, wow, like that experience was insane. Like that would be a really cool experience. Started following the shaman Fernando. Shout out Fernando. Shout out Fernando.barba on Instagram.
No, go for it.
Nayeli too.
Nayeli too. Shout out Nayeli. White Light Collective. Kind of give them a shout out too. But I saw that and I was like, you know what? I would love to do that one day. I did more research on it. I saw more, the Vice videos and all these other people's experience.
Tin head guy.
The Psychonaut Morris, whatever his name is, or something like that. And I saw all that, did a lot of research, saw how accredited this guy was too. Like actually talking in conferences, giving back to the communities. Fernando. He actually owns a really cool nonprofit museum where a lot of the artwork is sold from indigenous communities as well. And a lot of the money that's coming from this medicine is being poured back into these communities, like straight up. Like
so when you guys go and do this bufo, that money that you're paying him goes to the community.
A big portion of that is going towards that, and that's his like big project. Aside from being the shaman, the practitioner, aside from being doing his museum.
We could actually have him a guest when he comes to town.
Yeah, he would
be definitely
a great guest, honestly.
So back to it. So you didn't just wake up and say, hey, you say you want to do out of what?
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, and so
bro.
just to kind of like fast track the story because I know I'm dragging is, it all aligned right? Like
Uh-huh.
Fernando was in town in Wisconsin. He had one night left. I had hit him up like, hey, oh, you're here. Like, cool. Like, I would love to do it. I was honestly wasn't working at the time. I was just got out of like a 5-year relationship. I was living on my own again. Roommate had moved out at the time. So I was kind of like in this weird
Isolation place.
Kind of this weird phase for sure. My other long going thing wasn't working. So it was just like a lot of shit that was happening. I'd gotten fired from my job too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, dude, I just want to like reset. I want to shake things up. And so, I hit him up. I was like, yo, dude, can I come through? He's like, honestly, he's like, yes, come through. I didn't even have the whole money. I was like, dude, I don't even have, this is all I got. He's like, whatever, come through.
Wow.
Yeah. Went out to Wisconsin, like 2 hours out. Shout out Jackie. I see you, Tripoli. She came out with me. Again, I was just like on my own for that time period, like not really talking to a lot of people. She came out with me. And in a matter of like an hour had like an experience that sent me to a different reality and helped me come back. I'll tell you the first words I said when I came back. I said, I love myself. And I said, I love the world. I said, I love you guys. And that's all that I could comprehend from the whole thing was that is the connecting line for it all. And that was the biggest message from the whole experience is like love. And not only just love, but like how changing and healing love really is, like the pure essence and the power of it. And we hear it, you see signs and like, oh, love yourself and all this stuff, but like feeling that embrace of God, feeling that like the pure energy that you are, like connecting to that reality, because that's what it does. It displugs you from this human body.
So you became like the Force.
Yes, that's actually beautiful you say that, because
Star Wars, bro.
I read a lot of books, and that Star Wars actually is a big metaphor for all this stuff, honestly.
So the Force, I don't know if you know about the Force. The Force is like the energy.
Everybody, even non-Star Wars people, knows what the Force is.
Okay, so for people that don't know, the Force is like the energy that the world and the universe gives to you.
Yep.
Like the Force is with you, right?
The Force is everything. Let's
Yes.
just say it's just like the energy. If it was like color, and the color was red, everything would have a piece of red in it.
Right.
As
so
my,
like chi or whatever.
As my like really close best friend Crizzard, shout out Crizzard Wizard. He's on Mexico right now, helping out everyone. Actually, he's with Archana and Fernando and everyone, doing really, really great things out there. One of his famous lines when he came back from one of his ceremonies, and he's somebody that's grieving a lot right now through some pain with losing his mother and just overall traumas in life. His first thing he said when he came back and he was good and everything, his process passed, he said, I am everything.
Like that?
Like,
Man, that
feel
sounds-
like felt to like, I am everything. Like, and again, it's one thing to know it and see it and think it and feel it.
Mhm.
It's not even feel it. It's one thing to like feel it, like really
in comparison to just knowing.
to knowing,
To
in
knowing.
comparison
Yeah,
to
knowing about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was it definitely. I mean, my life, I walk with more peace, and that's I think the most important part of the whole thing.
Is it a repetitive exercise, or is it just like
It depends.
one and done?
I think
Pick your doses, right?
It depends.
Onto the individual.
It depends.
That's on the individual.
For me, I honestly would never do it again unless I was in a place where, I don't know, I was like addicted to heroin and like in the alleys,
Bottom of the barrel.
smoking cigs in the ground and from the alley ground and eating.
Oh shit! It was smoking buds from the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be one and done, or it could be a recurring thing until you feel like you're done, or you don't need it at all.
It'll tell you. It'll teach you.
It all depends on that
Like
individual.
the whole experience will like allow you to understand. Should you be even exploring it any further or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so you try it once, and then you'll know for sure if it's one and done.
I
You'll
think
know.
yeah, for the most
think
part.
you'll know.
For the most part,
And I've always seen people throwing up. Is that like a normal thing?
Purging.
it's a purge for
Yeah,
sure. It's a part of it. I think everything has a purge though. You know, there's even like if you smoke weed, right? Like sometimes you get a little mini anxiety attack. Like that's like a part of a purge.
I've seen people
You know what I mean?
yak after smoking a joint. Rarely, but I've
After
seen it.
smoking a joint, though.
Yeah, or maybe they ate something bad from somewhere or something. But like I've seen.
I mean, they got
I've-
munchies maybe, and then
So you go with
Hey,
I have, a
you
question,
have to
I have a
do-
question for Chris. Would you ever do anything like that? Have you ever thought about anything
Man,
like
to be
that?
honest, I've had so many people ask me that same question, and that's why I'm asking you. And it's something that, you know,
You've been thinking
people
about
don't
it?
know. I respect people because they don't push it on you. They just give you the
As it should
information.
be. As,
Yeah.
as
They
it
give
should
you the
be.
information and they say, hey, you know what, this is what I experienced. And I like to ask questions. So I'll go
Totally.
further ahead and be like, you know what, off air, I'll be like, I'll ask personal questions. I'll be like, man, so what do you think? Is this something that I should do?
Sure.
They're like, look, dude, you don't have to do it. It's just, I'm telling you from my experience,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what I got from it. You
Yeah.
might get something different, which is the scary part, because you can be like smoking bud and shit, and then all of a sudden, hey man, you know what? That was awesome, man. I'm high and shit. But then you can have like experience like with shrooms, and you were freaking freak out, and you have a bad trip,
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a 50-50, and that's what I'm not into. Like the whole, either it's a positive trip or it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Bufo is. You can make it what it is based on what you're thinking, right? What your mentality is, what your place in life is.
Where you're at in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
And that's
dependent.
something that I can't work with because it's like it's not guaranteed, dude. It's not like saying, "Hey, Chris, you're gonna go do this, and you're gonna come back a whole new person, either for the good or for the bad." Nah, bro.
Well, it's
Right.
guaranteed that you're gonna be a whole new person. Now, bad or good is that's on your perception.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think that's like anything in life, though, right? Like
Totally.
you don't really
Totally.
know the outcome, and you can approach it with like trying to understand it, but there's definitely like a unknown variable, and you might have a good trip in life or you might have a bad trip
That's
in
a
life,
gamble.
but you still go
It's-
ahead and you get the job, or you go ahead and you buy that thing that you wanted, but you didn't know
get
if it
that
was
number,
good or bad,
or you.
it's
you
just
know,
it's just I
hit
think
that river.
it's
whatever.
just a bigger crossroad.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's still definitely, there could be good or bad in it. Yeah, 100%.
Mark, what was your experience?
Regarding
The Bufo, yeah, because you've done it too.
Yeah. It was intense, to put it in one term, but definitely changed my life for sure, hands down. Visually,
How did you get into it though?
McDonald's drive-through? No,
Saw it on the flyer. I was kidding.
I was just accompanying actually Emily, Jackie, and 50.
After they've tried it.
No. They were on their way to trying it.
Oh, this was their first experience too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
So Edgar was the first one with Jackie coming along just to spectate.
correct.
She hit the sound bowl.
Okay.
Just part of the
Oh,
ceremony.
ceremony.
Yeah,
Shout out Jackie with the sound bowl.
totally.
Sorry, Mark.
No. And I just accompanied them, and I was, after the last ceremony, I was on my way. We were on our way out, and then Fernando says, "Hey, brother." I'm like,
In English?
Yeah.
Oh, he's bilingual.
He's bilingual, yeah. And I'm like, "What's up? What's up, Fernando?" And he's like, "You should do it." And I'm like, "I'm good, man. I just had McDonald's, A, B, C, D, E, F, G." There's like these things that you're not supposed to do. What do
No
you call-
alcohol, no sex, no weed.
Wow.
There's
wow.
restrictions.
For-
Hold
for-
on.
So you gotta
No,
be clean,
no,
straight up
for-
clean.
for a
like
week.
oily food, no red meats.
For a week,
no
right?
cheese.
Or
So-
For a
for,
week?
Yeah,
for a few days prior to
for a
the
week, yeah.
ceremony.
For a week, for-
Wait.
For
I mean, the longer you do it, the
Damn.
better. But
That's a lot of restrictions though, man.
Is it different for because you mentioned sex? Is it different for like male and female in terms
No,
of the sex portion?
I think the big portion of that is that it's a big energetic release,
Okay.
and so and sex. Honestly, the act of releasing that is like. It takes a lot for your body to do that.
Euphoria.
That's why I
And it's
asked.
like
truly
because-
sacred.
And it's
I asked
truly
that,
sacred.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Should be
it's
seen as
vital
a-
energy. Like,
exactly.
real talk.
That's why I asked if it's different between males and females, because semen retention for males
Mhm.
makes males more stronger, more
Shout out semen
motivated.
retention.
Shout out
Yeah.
boxing. Shout out boxing. You can't have shaky legs.
Wait, what do you mean?
In boxing, you can't while your whole training session is to lead into a fight, you can't have any sex because it's like you're releasing that testosterone, that energy, and that.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
didn't
So
know that.
so you need to store that up so your legs are where they're supposed to be.
They're not shaky.
Sturdy.
They're not
Sturdy.
shaky.
You gotta be, yeah.
You gotta be full. You gotta be like
okay.
everything of you in you.
Plus, if you release semen, that subconsciously tells your body that you're getting laid, and when you're fighting, that's the complete opposite, because
Yeah,
if
you
you're
want that
getting
in,
laid, there's
yep.
no necessity to fight. You know, like, okay, this guy has a partner. Biologically speaking, your body's like, okay, if he's coming, or if he's like releasing semen, there's no
hell
need to.
This
you
guy's
know,
talking about prehistoric times and shit.
I mean-
Talking about, yo, I'm
No,
the
he's
alpha
right.
male.
Prehistoric
right.
I'm the
times.
alpha male.
How is that different from like how we're wired now? The only thing that's different is how
You're right,
society
Carl.
is,
You're right.
is
You're
made.
right.
There's no prehistoric in this. Our bodies are made, you know, still the same. It's just societal
to seek
time.
and,
For sure.
to seek and mate.
You
know
ever
what
heard
I'm
of the
saying?
term
Mate.
jerking your life off? Like you're jerking your life off away?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's literal.
Oh,
That's your life
shit.
force, bro.
yeah, bro.
It is your life force. It is your life
And
force.
if you're just
So that's what I'm saying. So
You're
if
jerking
it's your life force, then that means. Hey, so if it's your life force, then that ties in with the whole what you call it, the energy,
My
the
bad.
force.
it does.
Yeah.
You're releasing the
100%.
force
It ties
when you
into
haven't
that.
done the ceremony yet.
100%.
The ceremony goes into a magnified view of that force.
And
Yeah.
boom. That's what I was gonna say right now. It's like you're stepping into the force,
Right. And if you're doing that
and
buffo,
that's life.
it fucking magnifies your energy, your force, and it's already out.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah. So
Shazam.
I could see that. So the no red meat. Also, what the hell's red meat for then?
Because
Why is that
red
out?
meat is highly traumatized meat,
What?
as well as it is
Especially
really
if it's
heavy in
not-
your body to break down. Yeah.
You can't have the red meat because it's
So-
traumatized meat
So
because
that's
it was
one
butchered.
piece. That's one piece. It's also really hard on your body to break down. You also want
Yes,
to be
yes.
really light going into it. So like the less you have, the more you're gonna allow your body to take in the medicine and do
So
its
it's a-
work.
yeah.
So if you have a heavy greasy cheeseburger versus a bit of fruit,
What
There
I
you
had.
go with the
which
fruit,
again,
baby.
Mark's medicine diet is a number 2 with Coke, throwing a cheesy griddle cheese.
I literally
That's how you know I don't go to McDonald's.
I had 2 McGriddles right before.
Oh, dude,
Damn,
that's
fire. Those
heavy,
are-
bro. That's heavy.
No, I know.
They
I
were
didn't.
fire,
fire.
though.
I didn't
Yeah, yeah,
plan
yeah.
on.
I
I
remember
didn't.
eating
I
that
didn't
shit.
plan on taking this, doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So that's why when Fernando was like, "Hey, you should do it," I'm like, "No, thanks, man. It's not gonna work." And
But you still did it, though, right?
yeah, you only live once, right? So I felt like okay, let me take this opportunity.
Yeah.
Wait, so you did it
That's
with
the
all
best way
those
to
bad
put it.
things?
I think that's
With
why
all-
you
yeah.
threw up gnarly, right? You vomited like a lot.
I
or-
did purge, yeah. I think more was what went on in my mind.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so that was more of the. Yeah, everyone purges though.
Yeah.
At least one form of it, or whether it's physical, whether it's mental.
Yeah.
There's definitely a purge that takes place with a lot of these experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
But you saw me that night.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I just didn't know like what
The
the
detail-
substance was.
It's like
Was that when was it you and Jesse who came through, or was it another night?
no, that was just
Okay.
that was another night.
Okay, that was
Shout
another
out
night.
to Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse.
hope you
Shout
and
out to
I, bro.
Jesse. What's good, dude?
I don't even think he watches this, man.
You'd
will
be
now.
surprised,
You'll be
bro. You'd
surprised. He's
surprised.
Hey, he's on some low key watching my shit.
Hey, buy the premium, you'll find out. No, I was kidding.
Hey, subscribe. We'll know who subscribes though.
Subscribe so we can get the premium account, see the viewers. No, I was kidding.
Nah, speaking of subscriptions, man. Hey, we should do like a little challenge for subscriptions this time, man. Let's get some
Okay,
more.
wait, what do you
Let's get
thinking?
some more
Hey,
subscriptions,
I
man.
like the haircut thing you did that one time.
No, it was the mustache.
Oh, the
It was
stash.
Oh, the stash.
Yeah, mustache.
Stash.
Yeah, that was fucking embarrassing as hell.
Because like if you were to cut, I mean, if neither of us were to cut hair,
I
it
would
wouldn't-
never cut my hair.
It wouldn't be as
Would
drastic.
you cut your hair?
I mean, I don't have that much anymore.
Oh, I
anyway,
know,
so-
Mark, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Your hair,
this?
bro.
Oh, Mark.
All this?
What's up?
Look at
It's
this.
got the.
How
Show
many?
the camera.
How many?
Show the camera. Look
How
at
many
this.
subscribers? do you
He
guys
got
have?
like that.
Yeah, what are your
man
subscriber
bun
count right
style
now?
I
haircut.
don't know, like 83 or something.
Oh, that's
right?
good.
Or
On YouTube, we have 58.
58. I flipped it.
Okay.
The whole block.
Okay. So let's hit a number, and if we hit that number,
100.
100.
Let's do
100. If we get
100,
100,
If we get 100 subscribers, you're gonna what?
shave your head.
I'll shave it.
You shave all of it?
Wait, show me hair
All
though
of it,
first.
not
You gotta
even-
show me hair so they know what
Not even
what's
like
at,
the Randy Orton
what's at
buzz cut.
stake. Damn, the boy's fire. Boy is on fire.
Everything?
Everything. So you're going stone cold,
Damn.
not even Randy Orton Viper.
Not a buzz cut, just straight up.
No.
Bro,
Gone.
I'll come through with the fucking razor and do the clean cut,
Yeah.
Joe.
Hey, get the star on the side.
you want to cut
Oh
it?
shit.
Dude, I could cut it.
I thought we were
Bald?
gonna go. I'd say we go to Justin's, but
or Denise.
Betty and Nick's. Go to Betty and Nick's.
Or
Betty and
Denise.
Betty and Nick's.
Denise could cut
See
it too.
Scarface.
Or like donate it, dude.
yeah,
Donate it.
I've donated.
Oh yeah,
before.
hey, let's
I've
tie
do-
in a good cause.
to
Okay,
the 100
donate it.
subscribers.
Donate
But
it.
what?
Where does the hair
But
go?
where's it going though? Because that's donatable.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
donatable.
we'll do- somewhere.
Yeah, I'll
You know,
donate it.
alright.
I've donated
Put
to
in the comments. Where can
Yeah,
Mark donate?
where
I'll
was it?
donate my
Go-
beard.
Shout out to Junix. He actually recommended forgot what it was. St. Baldrick's.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Boom.
but that's in March though.
Yeah, that's kind of
I doubt they're like, yo, dude, no, till March, bro.
Hold on to it till
Yeah,
March.
We can't do it till March.
Regardless, we could
hold
find,
on to
we
it to
could
March.
find
We'll
somewhere
We'll find
to
a
donate the
cause.
hair.
Put in the comments
We
if
could
you guys
find-
Put
watch
in the
this.
comments
Yeah.
for sure.
Throw us what you got. Throw us what you know.
So
Yeah, and if you got a good barber too,
Hey,
throw
but
him in the
first
comments.
100. Yeah,
You got a good barber too.
first 100 subscribers, but if it doesn't happen, I'm keeping my hair. Okay.
Oh,
Damn,
okay. So
I
it's
don't
only
even-
happening if we get 100 subscribers.
I don't even know 100
That's
people.
Damn.
Damn.
I don't think I know
That's
100 people
hard.
anymore.
You're gonna have
My
to.
circle
hard.
has gotten so small as
we're-
I've gotten
hey,
older.
we're gonna have to put this like really spread out.
Hey, I work in
You're gonna have
marketing.
to share
I
the
work in
clip.
marketing.
You're
I
gonna
get
have
you.
to share the clip. You're gonna have to share the clip, and I'll share the clip. Carl, you'll share the clip. We're all sharing the clip.
Okay, Oprah.
We're gonna get 100. We have to get 100. Hey,
Yeah.
but maybe in your Bufu spiritual enlightenment.
He said boo boo again.
Oh, snap.
Hey,
Bufo,
please,
Bufo.
What
They're
about
like
it?
a-
What about it, Chris?
Somebody show Bufu jersey right now. Like a
Bufu.
Bufu
Yeah, he
jersey.
can
Old
put
school.
I can put it.
He got it.
Old school bufu. Wait, speaking of like just art and everything, just like I don't know, like was this get a shot? Is this bufo inspired or is this just you as an artiste?
Yeah, speak of it.
Okay,
Speak of it.
I'll be honest with you, man.
That's good.
Like,
Speak
I'll
about
put a blow up of it.
Yeah,
please do.
it's good, dude.
For me, I call it my galactic bird.
Okay,
Dude, this bird,
Right.
I've seen this
I
bird
feel
so
that.
long, for so long, with
And-
you, like, just,
And honestly, it was
everywhere, right?
no, just him since, like, early days, he, like, sketching this bird for a minute. dude.
Yeah.
This is, like,
it's
Yeah.
like freaking.
and not the crown, though. The crown is new, right?
The crown's on there. It's been there.
Been
Let me-
there?
Yeah,
Been there.
let me tell you how it birthed.
There you go.
Okay, so
watching
shout out
Pokemon.
Tonchi Antonio for being one of my first friends to ever say you can do something with your art. You could try to do something with your art, man. Here's $40. Let me buy a canvas off of you, right?
Mhm.
So shout out Tonchi for doing that. But
Sick.
that was the first step outside of doing graffiti, because I did grow up doing graffiti. Obviously, Jim, Rojo, we had our own little community going, but I wanted to keep creating, but not have to just focus on that. And so when I went into like doing more abstract, a little bit more of like a collab, this is almost like a collab of my abstract style with my street, and you can see it. Like, it kind of looks a little graffiti inspired.
Yeah, I see that.
The bird came from a really depressed state that I was in life.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
really, really tough state. Like, I was doing a lot of fucked up shit in life. I was not the best boyfriend at the time with my relationship. I was not the best person to myself, and I wasn't happy. Like, I
Okay.
just was not happy at all.
Is that where Stay Happy comes in?
That's where Stay Happy comes in.
Okay.
What is stay happy?
Stay Happy is like the slogan that's coming from this whole movement. I call it more of a movement. It's more of my branding of who I am, what I believe in. Stay Happy is a reprogramming of yourself. It's when you're not feeling too good, when you're not doing too well, it's a reminder, like, you can stay happy.
Right.
You can actually get to a place of being happy and stay there a little bit.
Okay.
Right. And so that was like my thing, was like when I got there painting, I wanted to stay happy. Right. Like, I wanted to continue that feeling. And honestly, a lot of it birthed from that. I got a great job. I got an amazing partner now. I got to do a gallery downtown. I got to
dope.
live
Sick,
paint
dude.
shows. I got to work with my company. Like, I work for a corporate company, but they even work with me to like do stickers for their events. And like,
That's
so
dope. That's dope.
all of
Your stickers, though.
my design.
Okay.
My design
In their work.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
dope.
and like
Sick.
getting shout outs.
Were
and
you
like,
getting
oh, cool.
compensated for that?
Nah,
Nah, you were just doing that out of good
I was
heart.
just doing it just because like
With a good
I want to
heart.
just like
Good
be
heart, yeah.
nice, have
Plug,
fun.
Team
man.
player,
You got the
team
plug
player.
now, though.
And I like to
It's a
integrate
plug.
it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
still getting paid. You know what I mean?
Because you got the job, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
But
Yeah.
Let me see that.
all that to say that the bird itself.
Let me see the two colorways, though.
Yeah, check them out, man. Check
Put them
out.
up, Carl. Show.
Boom.
The bird itself is a signal. So if you see the spiral, right? The spiral is very representative of the start of life. And so you see it in a lot of things like the Fibonacci sequence.
Mm-hmm.
You see it in the Mayan calendar. You see it in the galactic star of life.
Mm-hmm.
So the spiral is like the beginning of it all, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like a beginning. The bird is a representation of being free. To be happy. Free bird, right? Stay happy bird, like boom, everybody. Also it's kind of like when I was thinking about it, it's like a little joke, like Angry Birds, it's like Happy Bird.
Oh no, you're gonna say you dead bird.
You dead bird.
Don't clip those wings.
Don't do it. Okay, but so yeah, it's just like a representation of that. It honestly, if you see it, it's got a cross on there in the forehead.
Sick.
So that is a
I
line.
thought that was an X.
No, that's alignment to Christ.
Oh,
Shout out Christ, shout out God.
That's
and
awesome.
then the crown on top is your crown as a king. Whatever you are, king, queen, whatever it is, wearing it proud, flying high, staying happy, start of it all. Galactic bird.
That's dope.
That is dope, though.
I'm gonna start a lot more from this as well. So like obviously stickers, but I have a lot of dreams and iterations that I'd love to hopefully start some type of like non-for-profit or some type of cause that's helping people connect to art just to find a way to get out of their heads. Because honestly, that's how it all came for me. It was just like in your head.
Yeah, and
Do
everyone
something
goes
else.
through that. They live in
Love
there
it.
and they can't.
I'm getting
get out.
deja vu, bro.
Oh, dude, I had deja vu earlier.
I'm getting deja vu because I feel like I'm to ask you, like, dude, if anybody out there is into the whole giving back to the community with art, shout out my boy Edgar over here, man.
Please
Because like
do.
for some reason I'm getting like this deja vu feeling like we've had some connection with the community with art, with his art. That's what I'm getting out of this deja vu. And I don't know if it was here in the past or what.
Yeah, let me know. I'm always down to
creepy.
work on some projects.
It's that bufo,
done
bro.
some mural work. I'll do, honestly, if you're a cause and you need some logo work, you need some lettering, you need maybe even characters, you need something to maybe a nice little splash or wall background. It doesn't have to even be this. I could do design work as well
On walls.
Let me know. Yeah,
Sick. Dude.
Yeah, for sure. But all that to say is that my artistry really was inspired from like freeing my mind and not caring so much, because I cared too much to want. And I think that's everyone's like their roadblock to start something is you care a little too much if it's going to be what other people want.
Oh, yeah.
If it's going to be what they see.
Always.
Sometimes you don't start something just because you're holding yourself back from all of the judgment's a big one, but also the failure,
Fake shit,
also the financial, also, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of roadblocks we give ourselves beforehand. And yeah, for me, freeing myself a little bit was like, you know what?
That's how this podcast started, dude. This is how the podcast started. One day I was like, yo, dude, this is going to sound stupid. And I even told you this. I was like, yo, this is going to sound stupid. But what do you think of a podcast?
I didn't think it was
Carl
stupid.
was like, do it. Do it.
I didn't think it was stupid.
I was like, yeah. He's like, do it.
I think honestly, I think if there's anything Chris has always been really good at is like this stuff, like having the legit
Setting up a studio.
the setup studio, pushing the idea further. You've always been one to like materialize it a little bit more.
You know
what I
he
mean?
said that before.
So
exactly.
So you've always been good at
go
good at
above and
that.
beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have a skate video. Boom. Next week.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude.
We had a video filmed of a couple days. So
Yeah.
that was tight.
And honestly, like, shout out everybody who grew up in Albany Park and in the circle, and we've all talked about it, but there's a lot of characters,
Dude, if you guys want to be on the podcast, man, just hit us up. Put it in the comments. Yo, hit me up. I know what you call it, Edwin, PR.
Edwin Redger.
Yeah, he's always watching this shit.
Jason Tatum. Hey, Jason Tatum.
Why you guys call him that?
Okay,
Great
Jason
guess.
Tatum.
Carl, go ahead. Give Edwin a little bit of background. Why
you're watching this? So when Jason Tatum plays for the Boston Celtics, and he's an NBA player, and like he was in the zone this one time. It was after a play, and he had this look on his face, but like more so his lips were like
just hanging
down low.
very exhausted.
Like, yeah,
but I'm like, man,
he was like in his zone though. He's just like, I'm about to fuck somebody up, or like I'm about to get this rebound. And Edwin, whenever we played sports,
dodgeball, football,
baseball, softball,
basketball, any sport, he had that
that's
face.
his game face.
He got a game face.
Oh, he about to do a trick, right?
He got game face.
Skateboarding, anything.
That's a giveaway, bro.
He got
That's a
game face.
giveaway. You need to block that guy.
he's in the zone.
Cover that motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's on
bro.
fire. fire. He's on fire.
That's
Hey,
Game
hey,
face.
somebody cover that guy. Yeah. He's
exactly
coming in with
what I'm talking
something. I don't know what it is, but coming in.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. If
But
you
yeah,
guys want to be on here, you're more than welcome. We love the guests. We love to conversate. We love the energy. So
Yeah, no pressure.
You know
on,
who would be a good guest
on
too?
topic and either.
Eric Camargo.
Ah, dude, yeah,
Dude, he'd
we
be a
just
really good
went to. So my
He'd be a really
one
good
of my
guest.
gigs is because of Eric. We just went to the
Shout
Purple
out, Eric.
Pig and shot some videos, shot some photos. It would be dope to get you on here, Eric, and kind of
talk
Yeah.
about that.
we'll shoot the
Yeah.
shit here, bro.
He
'cause
would,
it's
love,
us,
he
you
would
know?
love to.
Yeah.
You probably cook
Yeah.
while we were like
Le
setting
Master
up.
Chef Camargo.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, come through, dude. We'll shoot the shit.
Oh yeah. If, footnote 2. If
Ratatouille, Camargo. Come on.
Ratatouille.
you don't even have to be a resident of Albany Park, or even if you grew up with us, or
Yeah, the family
dude,
got
yeah.
extended a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
dude.
it's not limited.
The crew,
we're just
blew
so
up.
represented
bombs.
so much because that's where all of us grew up, and we're still all connected.
Yeah,
which is
and
a rare thing.
I think we have this
So-
sense of camaraderie because of one of the few things was the front porch. We'd always be
Shout
chilling.
out the front porch.
dude. We've known each other since
Have you guys seen that
childhood.
front porch?
Nah, how's it look? Hey, don't rub it. Hey, rub it into these ex-owners over here. Rub it in.
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mean it that way.
That's not
No,
right. I don't think it'd be
It's
No.
very,
It's
very
okay.
gentrified. I'm sure. Is it gentrified?
Yes.
How gentrified is it? Multicolored gentrified?
Wait, what did he say? What was
They got
say?
the swing in the front tree.
Oh, you guys can never put a fucking swing.
We put a basketball hoop up
we
there,
didn't think
dude.
about putting
Oh,
a
Put a
man.
basketball hoop up there, man. We're too busy playing ball.
swing. How's the
It
song
just
go?
honestly,
Oh,
my
no,
whole
read it.
point- my whole point
Go.
with
Hey,
that
I don't
was
know.
that
Swing,
it
swing,
just looks
swing.
weird
That's
at
all
the
I
fence.
know.
It was what?
It looks weird at the fence.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
my whole
they
point.
took it
Oh, they
down.
took the fence,
Yeah.
the freaking chain link fence.
It looks
They took it
naked.
down, yeah.
It
There's
looks,
no fence.
It looks naked.
So
Because they're open, motherfucker. That's
no,
why.
I like the changes. That's their house.
Hey, did they knock
bought
that
it,
concrete down
you know?
that you guys put in on the floor? Put a garden up?
Hey, but that house.
You remember the bush was there? Then you
Yeah,
guys
the
knocked
bush.
it.
The bush, it's
Oh,
still
did
there.
they knock down the concrete yet?
No,
it's still there.
Hey, shout out. What's your address?
No, dude. No, we're not
Hey,
gonna put
knock
him on
that,
blast.
knock that concrete
We're
down.
not
Put a
putting him on
garden
blast
on
like
there.
But yes, Carl.
Put a garden.
Relic of a location.
I never liked the concrete.
A sacred space for sure. Lots of things happen from that space.
Oh yeah,
When the
Lots of
bush was
moments.
there.
lots of things.
Chris, yeah, that bush got
What is it?
abused by
Oh,
Chris.
Yeah, when that bush was there.
Wait, you still have the clip?
If you
Nah,
have
I
the
don't have
clip,
that
we
clip.
You
can
have the
go
clip.
back.
Out
I
of
don't
all
have
the
that
clips
clip.
that we have, we
Hey,
don't have that
You can
clip.
pull it up.
They
That's a
need
good
to
one.
knock that concrete down.
Oh
instead of
my
Still with the
God.
concrete, dude. What's with you in concrete?
He's a
Hey,
he's
I'm
a
a-
hands-on
I'm a
guy.
grass guy, dude. I
You're a
love
grass
grass,
guy.
yeah.
You're a grass guy. Okay,
They
well,
should
fucking
extend the
smoke a
grass.
joint
Comes
then.
out.
As a matter of
Smoke
fact,
a
you
joint.
guys
Chill-
could never
chill
grow
on that
grass in the
concrete.
front.
Yeah, because we're always stomping on it. We're playing basketball all the time.
You know
dude.
the grass
What
that
do
we're
you
talking
expect?
about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, see, Edgar Stones, what I'm talking about. Next to that tree. Did you ever see grass on that?
There
That shit
was-
was
Yeah,
dirt.
there was always
forever.
because there was
was.
always kids in the
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
You know,
Dude,
the
we'd
neighborhood
always be
kids,
up there, dude.
Our classmates, there's always kids on the porch, on the lawn.
Hey,
on
Edgar, me and you, let's take a top secret mission. Just drop some fucking what's it called, the fake the grass, the turfs. Let's just drop some turfs on
Scots.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
the
Scots.
the roll grass that you get at Home Depot. What's it called?
Shout out Home Depot.
The roll grass. What's
I
it
know
called?
it's a Assad.
Sod. Let's drop some sod in front of it, dude.
Assad, bro. Who's
Let's
Assad?
go.
Go,
Who's
let's
Assad?
go. Shout out
Hey,
Assad.
shout out to
Secret
Assad.
mission on some ninja
Where
shit,
you at,
dude.
Assad? Dude,
Shout out
where you
Assad.
at? Assad. There's an Assad out there, man.
Oh my god.
Assad. Sorry.
Anyways, so yeah, dude. So yeah, so
Okay. Sorry, Chris. Okay,
Go,
continue.
no. So I haven't seen it. So they knocked down the fence.
So they knocked down the fence.
they painted
So what he's getting from it is a very, very physical, concrete, visceral sort of thing. I'm
Yeah.
talking about sentiments.
Yes, I
and
agree,
memories.
Carl, on the sentiments
all
of
right,
it.
whatever.
I
Go
agree.
ahead. Then. You guys talk about that. I'm
You know.
gonna put this
Hey,
clip
Chris,
up.
what'd you think about the 2x4?
Hey man, they need to do something about that, dude. Hey,
Ochre cedar.
hey, next time let's drive through the alley and see if they fix the walkway, man.
That's their problem, Chris. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's done, dude. It's done.
Hey, Chris was silently judging you guys all these years, just so you guys know. Like,
Every time we
Nah,
came
I
over.
was judging harder when they called me to work on it.
Of course, well, then you were entitled to. So
I was happily knocking down walls. Like, yeah, man, fuck this fucking tub. Fuck
no, that
this
was a
shit.
fun project. Thank you, by the way. Thank you
Yeah,
for
no problem, dude.
that was
I was
really
like,
fun.
fuck this tile. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Good therapy session.
Yeah,
too.
without your help, we wouldn't know. I mean,
Honestly, that'd be crazy. I can't imagine having to tear down your like.
Fuck that, dude. The fucking
living
tub
room,
was a cast iron
bathroom.
tub.
Oh yeah, the tub.
The
That
tub
tub
was
was
a
a
cast
bitch,
iron
dude.
tub.
Did you have to saw it?
No, we couldn't. We
bitch.
tried. I tried.
Yeah.
No, that
It
shit
was a lot of work.
thick as fuck, so we had to take it out full.
And that same summer,
Jeez.
we actually did work down here,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did. That's
Oh,
why we have this
that's-
room.
Yeah, that's how we. Yeah.
That's why we have this
That
room.
was a very construction summer.
Yeah. This wall used to be right here. Where,
Summer
no, right here
wood.
where the carpet ends.
Damn, these snap.
Yeah.
I was
So
just,
this was a storage room.
Just so everybody at home gets a POV. This is a legit studio we're in right now. Like, if you think
2 years ago.
like this is
It
like
was not like
legit nice studio.
What'd you think when you were going to
Wow.
come to a podcast? What'd you think?
I didn't think this honestly. I thought like a shack in the back or like this is legit.
That
the
was
the
legit
bathroom
then,
has
yeah.
a smart screen in the mirror.
Hey, you like
That's
that
dope.
though? That whole screen up there.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
everything.
good. Mm-hmm.
Well, the next episode, guys, while we're here,
yeah.
the next episode, me, Edgar, Carl, and Mark will be reacting to an old school video that I'm not sure if everybody's gonna be able to see, but
What do you mean be able to see?
Come
all
on.
those people
Yeah, why not?
What?
We're beautiful.
censoring.
Oh, what? You get a censor? Why?
I-
Ooh, they need consent. We need it.
Well, it's its own video
Oh,
though.
come
It's
on.
already like.
There's 50 subscribers.
All right, fucking, we'll run it.
Maybe at a million.
We'll,
Or
hey,
Yeah,
we'll
'cause,
get
like,
our first strike.
Honestly, if you guys know us, then you'll be like, "Yo, that's cool."
yeah,
like, dude,
they'd be hyped. Whoever
be
sees
yeah,
it would be
dude.
hyped. Yes.
So if
Hey,
you see yourself
they're
in the
gonna-
next video, in the comments say, "Yeah, I consented."
And if you see yourself, hit that like and subscribe too. You know what I mean?
That too.
just to preface it though, because we got to promote this thing. This was a block party that
Yes. Our first live performance. Actually.
live performance. Yeah, because we were huge into
Yeah,
music.
shout out Mark. Mark is
As little kids.
honestly, Mark's one of the best MCs in AP. I'm gonna say it here right now. Boom.
Thank
Boom,
you.
right
Thank you.
there.
Well, he
That's
wasn't
on-
MC
I was
though.
not
No,
spitting rhymes.
He's still doing the complete opposite in his video.
Oh, okay.
He's doing
I haven't
complete
seen the
opposite.
video.
He was doing the
He was on
emo
the mic.
shit.
Oh,
He was on the
yeah.
mic.
Yeah, I was singing.
But yeah, it was a
cover.
block party that
It was that fucking screamo shit. What was it called?
Alasana.
No,
No, that's a band.
it was,
Oh,
no, it was a
actual-
band. It was a band song, but what song was it?
There's a few.
We'll figure it out.
Under
But
Oath?
then you were performing too with your band.
It was the
Our
first-
Shattered Frame.
Yeah, our shatter. It was with Ruben. Rest in peace.
Love
Uh,
Ruben.
Hey.
We love you, Ruben.
Freaking Johnny, Alex Lewis.
Shout out Johnny. Shout out Alex
Who else?
Lewis.
Who else? Ever
Shout out
Hernandez.
Ever.
And yourself.
And myself, dude.
Shout
yeah,
out
first
himself.
band. This is before Born Ready. This is before other shit. Ilya.
Yeah.
Before Ilya. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
our first shit. And
With
this
Andy.
is and our
With
homies from Stoop at the time it was Stoops. It was Vinny. Shout out to you, Vinny, and you
Shout out,
got
Vinny.
your horror house going on now too.
You're
so
right.
Much love to your success, Vinny. At the time,
Get that guapi.
you get that guapi.
Luis and
and Adrian. Yeah, Adrian's out in LA. What's good, Adrian? Luis,
Yo, keep going.
hit you up at Andros. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
fire. That meze.
Andros Taverna. Or yeah, whatever.
Nom 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 nom. Hashtag
So,
nom nom.
Stacey King.
Drop your favorite nom nom in the comments.
All right, fellas. All right,
All right,
everybody.
with that said,
Thanks for tuning
Edgar,
in.
thank you for
Edgar.
joining
Yeah,
us.
man.
It's
Hey,
a
I hope I
pleasure,
can come
man.
back. I
Dude,
honestly have
of course.
a lot of things that I didn't get to because I think this is an important place to be able to speak about some important things. And so you guys keep doing what you're doing. Real talk. This is cementing AP history. Everybody out there, AP's just watch.
Hey, don't
just
talk
watch.
about it like that, dude, because we might have the alderman from AP over here. What's her
Oh,
name?
Rosario?
Rosana.
She's my neighbor.
If she wants, to, she's invited.
couple blocks away, so-
Hey, whatever.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna say
No
it.
politics is what I read on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
no
no
politics.
politics,
We'll have
yeah.
her on as a person, though.
Who wants to
She's
look out for the
still a
community?
human.
She's a dope
I mean,
human
She
being.
drinks chai tea.
She's dope,
I
man.
don't even know. I was kidding.
Carl would know, bro. She probably gets the chai tea from Surge.
I love
Yeah,
Psych.
because I work at Surge.
Hey, just so everybody
it's the
knows,
place next
these
to
are
the
empty.
events.
These have nothing
It's
in
the
them.
place next to the outdoor events.
Not all of them, but I get your drift.
It's not the same.
It is, but they've hosted it at.
It's
Surge a couple
multiple
times.
venues.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
multiple.
Top five chai tea venues.
Hey, with that said,
You want to end it with a top 5? We haven't done a top 5 in a bit.
I like that.
what top 5 you want
I
to do,
don't
bro?
know,
It's not
man.
gonna be chai teas, man.
Okay, not
No,
Chinese.
no.
Something,
Let's
something
say,
top 5
how about top 5 drinks you've had?
drinks.
Just like
No,
any kind
Carl
of-
doesn't
top
drink
5
alcohol
drinks.
though.
Doesn't have to be alcohol. There's
okay,
1,000
define drink.
There's 1,000 drinks.
What
that you could
dictionary
drink.
is a drink? Oh,
Yeah.
alcoholic. Only
Yeah.
alcoholic. What the fuck?
All right, bro. Okay, so
Top 5 lasers. Top 5 lasers.
I mean, you want to do drinks?
Okay, no,
like
top
scope
five.
laser, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gun laser,
Like top
I like
5
a gun
lasers.
laser, I like a DJ laser, I like a
Mine,
what the
my number
fuck?
1 is Laser Wolf.
I'm saying.
Ooh, shout out Laser Wolf.
Shout out to Laser Wolf.
No,
Okay.
no, but top 5 for real though. Which one you want to do?
No, nothing.
All right.
There's nothing.
That should be your capper at the end. Top 5 what, Mark? Hit me with one, dude. You're the king
Yeah.
of
Hey,
it.
top 5 sexiest women in the
bro. I got-
celebrities.
Quagmire.
Hey, I got
over
my
here.
girl. Hey, shout out my girl Destiny. I love you. You know you're my top 5 in all of those
What
categories.
the fuck?
It's his lady, man.
That's his
But she's not a celebrity though.
In my world, she is.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Hey, put a big heart right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Top
That's
5
it.
right there.
Top 5.
Hey, big heart right
What are
now.
we
It's
doing?
gonna come
What
out.
are we doing? Top
Okay.
5
That was
what?
it.
That was it?
That was it?
That was it.
What?
All right, I'll take it. But if you want, we can do a legit one.
All right, cars.
Oh my god.
First off, I'll be
Cars.
surprised if you know 5 cards.
Wow, judged.
You know 5 cards?
Yeah.
Carl doesn't know
Maybe.
5 cards.
Maybe.
I
You don't
can-
know
I can-
5 cards.
Dude,
Maybe.
Out of
I just bought a
everybody
new
here,
car. You
all
gotta
right,
look up
let's go.
5 cars.
Let's go. 5 cards.
No, that's the wackest one.
No, I just want to
wackest
I want to
one.
know that you guys
Okay.
don't know cards.
I only
Five
said that
cars.
because
Yeah, there's
I
a
said
background there.
Laser Wolf,
Bwomp,
and
bwomp, bwomp.
Matt is a good friend of ours, and one of my first top 5s I asked him was cars. He was like, I don't know. I don't care about
Okay.
cars like that.
Yeah, he got really upset at that. He didn't like that at all.
Oh, you
He's
were
like,
there?
why are you
You
judging
were
me
there?
as a car guy?
As a car
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, here's this is a good one. Top 5 places I've been to. That's a
In
that you-
Chicago or in the world?
in the whatever in
Alright.
general.
Probably in the
That's a
world.
good one, right?
It's okay. Yeah, I can do it.
That's a good one.
You want to go, Carl?
That's a good one.
Okay.
No, give me time to think. I'll go
I'll go
second
first
or
then.
third.
Okay, you go first.
I'll say San Juan, number 1.
Puerto Rico.
The pyramids in Mexico, number 2.
Yep.
I want to say the Full House houses in San Francisco.
Love that.
I want to say what you call it, the Home Alone Trump Hotel downtown New York.
Gotcha.
Then that's 4, right?
Yeah.
It's 4.
And then
Yeah.
last but not least, I want to say here in Chicago, what's it called? Daily Center during the Christmas tree. Back then when it was in the Daily Center. Now it's in the Millennium Park.
Yep.
Which I'm not with.
Yep.
So
And it's gated now. You can't even get to it. It's just all
Oh,
gated
wow.
now. Yeah, it's not the best experience.
yeah, before it was gated too, but it was really close. It was like literally at the bottom of the tree.
Yeah. I
Wow.
remember that.
Yeah, I had pictures of that when I was a kid, where you literally like.
That is a very nostalgic Chicago moment, I will say.
Yeah, so I would say that one.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Nice 5. Mark?
I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Fuck everybody.
All right. The Circle.
bro,
What?
I can't pull up a picture of the circle. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
you
pull up
can.
Google. I'll pull up Google Maps.
Top 5 to us.
Yeah,
like,
put up-
Yeah, it's
Google
my
Maps.
it's
Circle,
it's his
right?
it's
top five,
my
it's
top
not your
5.
But I
Okay.
need something to reference with.
You put the
It-
fucking
it's
Von
a
Stew
Google
in,
Maps,
like, the
Google
back.
Maps.
Yeah,
Google
yeah,
Maps.
yeah.
Kiwanis Park now.
Huh?
Right? It's called.
Is it?
It's a-
Kiwanis?
Kiwanis Park. yeah.
Kiwanis.
Okay.
So there
Okay,
you go.
Ki-
That's on mine.
Okay, Kiwana.
Beautiful spot, by the way. Beautiful spot.
Thank you.
You know, those benches used to be nicer before they were black. Just so you know.
I don't know what the that was.
Okay.
Because of the wax.
It would have to be
Yeah.
Philippines, specifically Antipolo.
I'm gonna look that up.
Ooh,
Is
that
it
looks
there?
It's a
That was good.
a
That was dope.
province
Yep.
of
Shout out the motherland.
you know our family out there. It's, so that's 2, 3. Let's see. I really liked. Man. Oh, Las Vegas, baby. The Strip, old and new.
That's a good one.
It's,
Nice.
a,
Good one.
you know, I'm
Nice.
big,
Good one.
you know, like
Yep.
like all the lights and stuff, and you know.
That's home turf. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
yeah. Like playing a lot of cards. Let's see, and then I don't think Hong Kong. I wasn't there for that long, but the experience
Still
that I
dope.
had there was, yeah, it was like a layover, and Dad and I were just like, oh, where we, just there was no specific like place, so in Hong Kong. So and then I don't know, top it off with probably like oh, is it? Probably like the Chris's Alley.
The old alley. Queso.
I'm kidding. No, that's not gonna
The
be on my
Queso
top.
alley.
Man.
Queso and Carlo right there. Where you guys used to skate in front.
Skate in the front. I remember that.
Yeah, it would have to be the block.
Love that.
Yeah, Leland and Sawyer.
All right, another Google Maps.
Right
Love
there.
The Google Maps.
Sorry, man. I'm
Great,
that. I'm
great,
that- I'm
great
that-
top 5.
I'm rooted
Right.
in there. So
Go ahead, Eddie.
Really good
ahead,
top
and Carl
5.
could top it.
I don't know how I can.
I'm not gonna
go
top
after
it.
that.
No. I mean,
I
after
can-
no,
Ed,
okay,
you'd
okay.
go.
I don't know how I could top Marks. Honestly, straight hood love. I would say the number 1 for me would be the Redwoods
Oh, yeah.
in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon.
Sick.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
For me, it would be the Redwoods would be number 1. Specifically, the Jedediah Grove that I went to was really, really beautiful. The second one, I would have to say, it was really, really cool. Cruising down the 101, like coming down the 101.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest Highway.
Yeah.
Coming down the coast
Wait, where were you traveling from?
from Seattle to San Francisco.
Okay.
All the way
That's
down the
all
coast.
along the coast.
All along the coast. I'd say that whole thing. Like, there's
Wow.
not one, just that whole coast.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Second, beautiful. The third I'd say is we were in Topoztlan, and the pyramid's there.
Yeah.
And climbing that pyramid to the
Fuck
top,
that, dude. I did it like too many times. No thanks, bro.
beautiful.
You think you're in shape? You're not.
beautiful town,
Yeah.
beautiful town though.
Yeah, it is.
try it out.
Really, they call them Pueblo Mágicos.
Did you have the crickets?
the salsa?
Yeah. With the salsa. No, but sometimes
I
they
didn't
do
have
put
it
it in the
there.
salsa and they crumble it up.
I didn't have
No.
it there. I've had it honestly just at my house with my mom. Like, would sneak them into salsa sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, what
you
the
never
hell?
had it like with straight and then the salsa arriba?
Nah, I was good on that.
I'm
dude.
good. I'm gonna pull up a video. I did that before.
Gross. That's gross.
So go ahead.
Okay, that's 4.
No, is it? That's 3, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, right? I don't know. We'll just keep going. 4th, I'd say the what's it called in Oregon? What's it called? Mount Hood.
What? Okay.
Really beautiful, craziest little waterfall. Whatever. It was insane. Honestly,
Okay.
2-hour hike into like the wilderness waterfall. Incredible. Like mind blowing. Rainbow in between it.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. And I'd say the 5th would probably
Wow.
be my parents' hometown in Mexico is really beautiful too.
Nice.
So just going there makes me feel like a kid.
What's it called?
It's called Los Sauces Guerrero. Shout out Los Sauces Guerrero.
Los Sauces.
Los Sauces. Yup. Really,
They have
really dope
a
town.
they have a store here on Armitage.
They probably do. Shout
No,
out
I'm
that
serious.
store.
You should go.
Probably my
They
uncle.
have like tamales there. They're from like Sauces style.
Probably my uncle.
Oh.
Shout out my uncle. But yeah, that town's really beautiful. They got a beautiful little Sierra. They call them Sierra de la Madre Sur.
Oh,
Beautiful,
shit.
beautiful. I might have even got that wrong, honestly. But beautiful spot. Top 5 completed. Over to you, Carl.
All right, let's go.
And we're with Carl.
Let's see.
Popcorn it over to Carl.
Oh, thank you, Edgar. Well, what I did this week was I went over to
Zoom call, right? That's Zoom call.
call.
Classic Zoom call.
Always Zoom, man. Always
Popcorn
on
in
Zoom.
it.
Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're on mute. I would have to say that our hometown, well, our parents, Antipolo,
Oh, man.
right?
Yeah.
Philippines also, and then we also went to this resort. It was called Blue Coral. Oh man,
Mark forgot all his beautiful spots.
I
Yeah, probably
forgot what it's called though.
Albany.
No, over there in the Philippines, you can't do drugs though, dude. They kill you for that.
No, you'll have to smoke up with the fucking capres.
I just love that. I just love
Hey,
that.
what is that? The capre is like the
Capre.
It's a
fucking.
whole nother thing.
Hey, that's like the narcos, the fucking Filipino.
It's a folklore. It's a folklore.
It's a folklore.
It's a
Yeah,
folklore.
it's this creature that lives in trees, and he's supposed to be like big and tall, and you watch
Ipin,
it.
Hey Mark, you went to
Yes.
Tropical Oasis and you picked the circle.
Oh my god, dude.
Or you went to the Coral
Blue
Brewery,
Coral, dude. Yeah, Blue Coral.
Blue Coral.
And Mark picked
Blue Coral was a resort in the
circle.
Philippines.
Beautiful.
So 2 in the Philippines, our the hometown, Antipolo. There's probably another one in the Philippines, but I'll show some love to other countries. Mexico, we visited. It was pyramids.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was by Cancun.
Oh,
It's not in
Oh,
Cancun.
he's talking about.
It
Yeah, I
borders
know what you
Cancun.
call.
Which one is it
He
called?
He stopped.
No.
My bad.
I know what you're.
It's
go
not,
ahead. Go ahead.
because Cancun was the destination, but like
Tenochtitlan. No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
Was it that?
No, it is. It is.
Yeah, I went to
it
that
was.
one too.
I'll double check with you, but the pyramids there, those were beautiful. And then
Yeah.
there's a spot in California that I might be missing. At the top of my head, I want to say Big Sur.
Oh, dude, Big
Is
Sur.
it Big Sur? It
Oh,
might be Big Sur.
beautiful.
Okay.
Those are with the arches. There's like rock formations.
Yes,
Chichen
yes,
Itza.
right by the water,
Chichen Itza.
right by the ocean.
Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know. I'll
That
let you
shit,
know.
no.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm telling you
Hey,
right now.
put a
It's called.
I
pyramid
mean, no, it doesn't ring a bell to me. That's why.
Chichen Itza, yeah. That's the
if
ones by
what it is,
Cancun.
then
Put
cool.
a pyramid up right here, and let's all go like this. Yeah.
Halash.
No, we gotta go with the full table. Full
Okay,
table.
okay,
Full
okay.
table.
Okay.
Go,
Put the
go.
pyramid. Mark, come on.
Come on.
Full pyramid.
Thank you, ancient spirits.
Okay.
Thank you, ancient spirits.
There you go.
Thank you, God.
All right, Edgar, go.
Thank you.
Where am I
We
at?
got
At
3.
Was that 3?
Yep. You're crushing
I
it
said
so far.
California so far. I said wasn't that 4?
4.
2 spots
That
in the
was 4.
Philippines.
No, that was 4.
Yeah, you gotta
And-
top it off with
Damn.
You went to New York?
Top it off.
Yeah, we've been
the
to
5
New York.
set at North
Been
Park.
to New York. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's just the drive.
Boom Jong.
You gotta say, hey, is Carl gonna say LSD?
No, there's a drive because you said what is it?
The
on
101?
the west coast, the 101.
Yeah,
I did
101.
drive down there. That's beautiful.
Dude.
But there's a drive on the east coast, along the Florida coast. I forget what
Oh.
it's called. The A1 something.
I have
I would
not.
say
Is
A1C.
it a scenic driveway
It's a
too?
scenic driveway too,
Those are
but
really
it's
cool.
the Atlantic Ocean as opposed to
hungry.
Pacific.
Wow.
So I want to say that drive.
That
it might
must
be
have been
the
cool.
A1. I don't know what it
Was it when
I
we
forget what
went
it's called.
to NY with Jose and Justin?
No, I was trying to hit that route, but
Ay.
yeah, it was too hectic.
Sayang.
Sayang.
Top 5 then.
Top
Wrapped
5.
up.
Yeah,
All
wrapped up.
Honestly,
right, guys. With
I'll give it to Carl.
what?
That was-
Nah, fuck
I'll
that
give it to
shit.
Carl.
Mine's was way better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because
I'm not comparing. Everyone's is
I didn't
great
even
in
touch
its
nothing.
own
I didn't
way.
even touch
Carl,
Ireland.
Carl.
I didn't even
Everyone
touch,
has great.
Hey, drop in the
just-
comments who you think's top 5 was
just
better.
don't say Chris because he feeds off it. Don't say him. Just don't say
Drop
him.
in the comments. Let us know whose top 5 was better.
All right, guys. With
All
that
right.
said, we got Edgar, special guest. We got Mark, as always, our co-host.
There you go.
We got Mark.
But what the hell?
yeah, Mark. Right
Mark.
here. Mark.
Mark.
You got Mark.
All right, go
Mark-
ahead, Carl. Take
We
care.
got
of
got
Mark.
large
And then you
Mark.
got Carl.
We got Mark and Mark.
We got,
got Marl.
Small Mark.
Go ahead.
And we got Chris D.
We got
So
Chris D.
thanks for tuning in.
Holla
Check out the next
everybody.
episode,
We love
everybody.
you all.
Peace out. See you in the
Shout
next
out
episode.
everyone.
Later.
Shout out everyone.
We were doing the classic right in the middle.
Oh, dude, that'd be